Today we're joined by Chris Parfitt. Chris has a background in competitive sport from a young age, including football, jiu-jitsu, CrossFit and weightlifting. Aged 31, Chris is currently the Western Australian Weightlifting Champion in the male 81 kilogram category and recently placed 4th in the Australian Championships with a 114 kilogram snatch and a 145 kilogram clean and jerk. Chris takes a holistic approach to training, understanding that the best results are achieved by integrating different forms of fitness and taking a healthy approach to nutrition. Not only a competitive athlete himself, Chris is a CrossFit Level 2 coach, CrossFit weightlifting coach, CrossFit gymnastics coach, and Australian Weightlifting Federation Level 1 coach. Chris has a deep belief that anything is possible with determination and the right support. His biggest motivator is to see the self-confidence grow in someone as they get fitter, stronger, drop a little weight and achieve their goals. We talked to Chris today about life as a competitive athlete, his motivation as a CrossFit coach, how he uses routines to stay grounded, and his top tips for getting started in exercise and CrossFit. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Peaks Life, and today Mike Warren and myself, Lynn Fernie, we're joined by Chris Parfitt from the Crossfit Chamber. Hey Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Gorgeous day here in Perth, sat in the sun on the balcony here. And look, really appreciate you spending a bit of time because a lot of our listeners and our viewers are really interested in movement and exercise and coaching and mindset, and we know all those things are super important to you.
Yeah, very much so.
So before we get into the details though, hey, do you want to just give us a bit of background on yourself? Are you a Perth boy?
Yes, yep, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
In that small country town, Perth, Australia.
Yes, yeah, everybody knows everybody here.
That's right. For all of our listeners around the world, Perth's a bit like a village, except it's got 2 million people and it's the furthest from any other city.
Most remote city in the world,
remote city in the world. So that's why we sort of call it a bit of a village.
Yeah.
And where's your family from, Chris? You're not your family from Perth originally?
No. So Dad is born in England, and Mum's born in Italy. So they both met while in Perth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what brought them over here, Chris?
Dad came over for soccer. So he came over when he was about 12 years old, and Mum came over for the family just wanting a new start, I think.
Yes.
And then they met while Dad was playing soccer. Mum would go and follow the teams around, and then they met through that. And
the rest is
here
history,
we are. Yeah, that's what I say. Yep.
So you grew up in a soccer family.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, very much so.
So you ended up playing soccer yourself?
Of course. Didn't really have a choice. 6 years old. 6 years old. I started. Actually started. The age group was under 7s, so I was too young to play at the time. But I remember lots of times being out on the front with Dad, with the grass and the ball and stuff, and just trying to tackle and just get the ball off him, and he was just playing the games and pushing you over and stuff like that. Started from there, and then I played all the way up till I was 21, 22, just straight through the whole time, So that was good fun. Ended up going reasonably high level. I think I made semi-pro, so I was like a step under the glory. So that was, I was pretty happy with that.
Did you have a specialist position you played?
Yeah, I was a centre-back. So
centre-back, wow, okay.
Centre-back and right-back. So I was the one controlling everything from the back.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was good fun.
Did you enjoy soccer? Were you passionate about
it?
Yeah. So you did it because your dad did it, but you loved it as well.
Yeah, so that was, it was really good. We had a good group of guys, especially in the later years, that we kind of, not grew up together, but from under 18, so it would be under 18s and then the reserves and then the first team. So there would be a solid group of us for about 4 or 5 years that were together every year. So
you had that sort of experience as a youngster of training hard, training probably every day.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. I mean, pre-season would start reasonably early. It'd be over the Christmas break, which would just be run sessions basically. Run sessions, beach sessions, just anything to get fit. And then you would introduce like your ball skills and everything later on. But it was some hard sessions. Pre-season is always like, oh boy, here we go. Like, you know what you're in for, kind of thing. Yeah.
And soccer's pretty rough on the body. It's pretty rough on the joints and everything, isn't it? So, what sort of, why did you decide to get out of soccer?
I kind of just wanted a little bit of a rest because I had been doing it for so many years. It was a lot of pressure, so it was a reason because it was a reasonably high level and it was a lot of pressure. I kind of just wanted to take a break for a year and just see what happened. Just not have to worry about the pressure of competing and the pressure of going through training and all that kind of stuff. So I just took a year off just to see, and kind of didn't really go back from there. Like I didn't want to go to another club. Like I was happy where I was with all my friends and everything like that. And then, kind of just stepped away from it a little bit and just, didn't really go back from it from there. And
where did you go to after that?
So I had a little bit of a rest, did the whole, like, partying scene kind of thing, as you do it at 21, 22 years old. And then just got into the gym from there. So just got into, like, your normal Globo gym, like your normal bodybuilder.com kind of weights and that kind of stuff, and a little bit of cardio here and there. And then through that, one of my friends was doing boxing at the time. So it was boxing and like a Muay Thai kind of gym. So I started doing that a little bit. Through there, became jiu-jitsu. So it originally started just for a little bit of fun, and then I was immediately drawn to that. And then I was there for 8 years or so, and then ended up competing through that. And then that's the little kind of progression as we go. Yeah, it was good. And what
was it about jiu-jitsu that drew you?
It's just the fact that you can never like finish it, like complete it. You can always be better. There's always new techniques to learn. There's always something you can be better at. You would start off not having a clue what to do, and then you would get a little bit of basic things here and there, and then someone would change the simplest thing of the way you hold a position, the way your hand goes from this way to this way would like completely change the next 5 moves kind of thing. So it's human chess is what they call it. You can never be the best, I guess. There's always something you can get better at, and that was just that fact of like I can come in and change and get better I was really drawn to that. Plus the fitness side of it, like you get really fit, you get pretty strong from it as well. So that was always good fun.
So a really interesting mix of strategy and fitness and the challenge and the competition as well.
Yeah.
Thinking sport.
Yeah. Very thinking. Yeah. So you're waiting for your opponent to do something, and then he's waiting for you, and then I will do something, and then they will counter it, and then you'll counter that, and then back and forth until a submission or points in certain positions. And
Did you coach it, Chris, as well?
I didn't coach it. I did a little bit in terms of like when the coach was away, like we would take over and help out.
Yes.
But I competed in it pretty heavily for 2-3 years as well.
Okay.
So one of my best friends and I, we travelled around Australia, just going to all the different comps and that, just getting as much experience as we can and competing as much as we could. He still trains now, and I went to CrossFit. So he went to Jiu-Jitsu, I went to CrossFit.
So tell us about CrossFit.
Yeah, so towards the end of Jiu-Jitsu, I was looking at just different ways of fitness, trying to get fit. I can't remember exactly how it started, but it was YouTube probably, like always, and then they're all CrossFit.com and saying, what is this? Like, what is this all about? Let's see. And then I did it as a conditioning aspect for Jiu-Jitsu. So it was mainly Jiu-Jitsu, a little bit of CrossFit, which was like strength and conditioning at the time. And then it kind of just blended over to slowly more CrossFit and less Jiu-Jitsu, and then and then it just became all CrossFit and all just focus on like obsession, really, like YouTube searches and everything, and through there with weightlifting as well, and just it was good.
So how long ago was that? When did you actually start your first CrossFit session?
So I think it was around late 2013.
Okay.
Because I remember doing the Open in 2014, but I was still competing in jiu-jitsu as well. So I did half the Open in 2014, and then I got injured halfway through at a jiu-jitsu comp, so I couldn't do the rest of it.
Right.
But that was very new. I remember one of the workouts was overhead squats and chest to bar pull-ups.
Yes.
So I was doing it in a Globo gym. I couldn't overhead squat the bar because it was too heavy and my mobility wasn't good enough, and I couldn't do chest to bar pull-ups. So I remember being there. I remember being through the first bit, 3 minutes in, like I thought I was fit. Like, I thought I was like, yeah, I'm done jiu-jitsu. I've competed a lot. I think I'm pretty fit. No chance. No chance at all.
Got nothing.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, okay, this is obviously pretty good. Like I need to learn this. So it just went into a lot of training and a lot of obsession from there.
So I guess from those days, a lot of it was about learning those techniques again, learning the movements, getting stronger, being able to compete. 7 years on, what drives you now? What keeps you motivated for CrossFit?
I just really enjoy it. Just the fun. Like it's a little weird, but I just love like hurting through a workout. Like when I see the class and they're going through it, it's a hard workout, they're going through it. I love that. I really enjoy that. I love being in there like, yeah, this hurts. I need to keep going. And the fact of very similar to jiu-jitsu, like you can always get better. You can always be fitter. You can always be stronger. Your technique can always be better.
Yeah.
There's no like, I'm done now. Like I can do enough pull-ups. I can run a 400 fast enough. Like you can always do a little bit more. I can back squat enough now. Like, well, let's push a little bit. Let's see what we can actually do and yeah, really push it to the limits. Like I love that.
Do you have a favourite workout or a favourite move?
I'm a little biased because obviously I do a lot of weightlifting. So the snatch and the clean and jerk are obviously heavy favourites. I really like a power clean, like just a normal power clean from the floor, because you don't really need to warm your shoulders up too much. You don't have to go overhead. You don't have to squat as much. Just a good heavy power clean is always fun. Partner wads are always good fun as well. I mean, if someone's suffering next to you, you're always going to push a little bit harder. Like I can't relax a little bit. He's working harder. I have to work hard. Like, can be good and bad, but yeah, those kind of workouts are always good fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you enjoy the coaching aspect? So
yeah,
because you've done a lot of competing and for a team and being semi-professional.
Yeah.
So now you're a professional coach. That's all you do.
Yes. Yep.
Do you enjoy the teaching, watching people grow and develop?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I really enjoy. I said it years ago, and when people ask why do you coach. It was one of my good friends from back in my old gym. She was a little bit overweight at the time, had just started, had no strength, no like direction or anything like that. Started CrossFit at the same time I got to the gym, so I'd already been CrossFitting for a couple of years. 6 months later, she's dropped a lot of weight, moves really well, and the self-confidence you could see is the big thing. That's the big thing for me. Walking into the gym happy and proud, and like the chest is up now and the chin is up, and that's what drives me. Like I get people all the time that you can see they're a little bit sheepish, a little bit shy, and then they start to get a little bit better, and then they drop a little bit of weight or they get a little bit stronger. The confidence starts to pick up, and they all of a sudden starting to do pull-ups or something, or they get one and then they get two, or their first double under, and they're like, oh my god, like it's such a big shock. But yeah, that's what makes me happy about coaching, seeing the progressions from people, that them doing things that they don't think that they can do. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, just wait 6 months time, this won't even be a problem. 6 months later they're doing chest to bar pull-ups or just stringing double unders together like it's nothing.
I think CrossFit's got that real reputation for being a hard-ass sport. Like you said, you go through pain and classes, and it's real macho, and so a lot of people get put off from CrossFit. But the reality is, once they start and they realise that everything can be done at a scaled level, so you can do, whether you can, run, whether you have to walk, whether you can lift a bar or not, there's something for everybody in CrossFit, and the progression can be so rapid. You see people make, amazing changes to their body, to their strength, to their health. I think the more people that get in CrossFit boxes, the better. Because, again, like you said, it gives them self-confidence, not just to be in the box, but for life.
For life, exactly. I mean, the littlest things of if you have kids at home, playing with your kids, picking them up and not being tired in 10 minutes. You can keep going, and that's a thing that a lot of people can relate to.
Absolutely.
It's not so much about, I can squat this in the gym. It's like, no, I can bend down and play with my kids and pick them up. That's the life transition of like, now you can see how it works.
Exactly right. Yeah, we've got a friend who took up CrossFit and then found that he could actually go and do climbing with his 9-year-old son.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas in the past he wouldn't even be able to get onto the
so
road course.
That's the big thing. That's another big thing. Being able to enjoy life a little bit more as well. Get out and do some things as well.
Exactly right.
So, Chris, now we see the end product. So, Chris is a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You work in CrossFit, you coach CrossFit. But behind the scenes, the bit we see, you're our coach.
Yeah.
So we see you in classes, we see you training, so we see this end product.
Yeah.
But sitting behind that, there's got to be this routine that gets you in the right shape and the right headspace and motivates you to do what you do. So walk us through a day in the life. Chris, how do you plan your day? What does that look like?
Yeah, so my days are basically, most of the time I'm coaching early morning.
Yes.
So there's not too much of a morning routine. I'm basically up straight away, changed, wake up a little bit, and then to the gym. Coach a couple of classes early morning, have breakfast. I have a little bit of time where I'll just relax. I'll maybe do some prehab kind of stuff that I need to do, or just organize a little bit. If something's a little bit sore, I'll stretch. Take the 9:30 class, which is the one you guys do. So then take that. Afterwards, I'll normally get my training done. So that's my weightlifting session. So that's the priority at the moment. So that's the main one. So that's the rest of the morning kind of done. Come home from there. It's lunch. It's work on the computer, work on some programming, work on whatever I need to. Just get life done. Washing, shops, whatever it kind of is. From there, early afternoon, I normally just have like a shutdown kind of time. So I either read a book, watch Netflix, lay down, stretch, mobility, some kind of just away from gym life, just to separate myself a little bit, and just really just take some time to calm down and just relax a little bit. I mean, if my girlfriend's home, we will go out for lunch or something like that, or go out and do something.
Yes.
If she's not, it's relaxing a lot. And then in the afternoon, sometimes I'll train again. That'll be more the CrossFit side. So it'll be a workout. It might be some skill, might be some conditioning kind of stuff. And then it'll be coaching the night. Once coaching's done, it'll be back home, dinner, relaxing again, kind of maybe more stretching if I need to, more mobility work depending on training at the time, depending on how bad it is. Nighttime, probably from about 8:30 or so, the phone goes off, so it goes on airplane mode, and that's kind of it from there. Like, I don't like to be sitting on the phone all day, all night kind of thing. So my girlfriend and I kind of have that. We put our phones away, and then we can actually like spend some time with each other. We don't have to worry about sitting on the phone, going through this, worrying about the gym, worrying about that. It's like, let's put that aside. We'll deal with it tomorrow. So then we relax. We like watch a movie, watch Netflix. Again, maybe go out for dinner depending on the day, whether I'm coaching late or not. And then that's more like, again, your shutdown time, easing into bed so you can obviously get a better night's sleep because I am so busy during the day. That's obviously super important. So I need to try and get a decent amount of sleep each night.
And we know that sleep's super important for recovery. So as an elite athlete, obviously doing all the right things, switching the devices off, not worrying about what's happening in the gym and things like that, and then getting a decent night's sleep. How many hours is a good night's sleep for you to be able to recover and your body to repair?
Not as much as I'm getting. I'm not the greatest sleeper. I'm not sure why. I wake up a fair bit during the night. I can fall asleep within 5 minutes. I'll be asleep, but early morning I'll kind of wake up a lot. Bedtime is normally 9:30, and the alarm goes off at 5 in the morning for the days that I am coaching. So, I mean, I get a decent amount of sleep, but that's why, for me, during the day, these like kind of shutdown periods are so important. I'm not a big napper, because if I sleep in the afternoon, I don't sleep too well at night. So yeah, I tend to just really relax in the afternoon and leading into bed as well. Like, it's already, I'm not going crazy and then trying to go to sleep straight away. It's that gradual, like, just calm down. Like, it's time to relax a little bit now. And then we go in at night from there. And then,
And we always say to people that, you know, look, you've got to find something that works for you. And obviously you do early morning in the gym and you're coaching in the afternoon as well, the afternoon, evening. So you've kind of got to fit everything around that, right?
Yeah.
And then you're obviously spending a fair few hours a day doing your own training to stay at that elite level. So it's a pretty tough day.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, the whole thing is like, oh, you're a CrossFit coach. All you have to do is coach and you have a lot of time during the day. It's like, well, it doesn't really work out like that. I mean, we coach in the morning and then training for weightlifting is 2 hours. Like, there's the morning done. Life needs to happen as well. So there's always, 2 or 3 hours you need to fit in there, and then you're back in the gym training again. So a fair bit of the day is taken up. So try and make the most of those times where it's like, I have an hour to relax. Perfect. Netflix is on. I'm on the couch or a book in hand, and then that's it.
Chilling out.
Yeah.
And I think just picking up one thing again for our people tuning in is that passion for what you do, because for a day like that, jam packed full of coaching and training and long sessions, 2 hours at a time, you've got to love what you do. Right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Coaching is always fun. It's always like, all right, let's get everybody in. We have a good chat. There's, everyone is really friendly at the gym. So it's always good. And there's such a different mix between like your morning people and your afternoon people as well. So it's good just to see everybody every day and check in and see how they're going and everything like that. In terms of training, never had a problem with motivation with training. It's just something, it's hard to explain. It's just something inside me that is just, it's training time. Like, it's time to put in work. It's time to go to work, basically. Like, there's work coach and there's work train.
Right.
Like, there's no, maybe I'll skip today, maybe I'll just relax. It's like, no, this is the job. Like, let's get it done. Outside of that, once training's done, switch modes, like shut down or back to like, work is done for now. Let's not worry about it. But yeah, coaching and training is very much like, this is the job, let's do it and work.
Yeah. And it seems you've obviously had that from a very young age.
Yes.
So it's part of your psyche to be able to switch from work to rest, work to rest. A lot of people find it difficult to do. They're always in one or the other.
Yeah.
And they can't drag themselves off the couch.
Yeah.
Or they overtrain at the gym. Now, you obviously compete a lot and competition's in your blood. You've just done the Nationals.
Yes.
Nationals weightlifting.
Yep.
Tell us about that, then tell us about how your routine changes when you're in a competition mode.
So, Nationals was last weekend. It was over in Canberra, so it was at the AIS. So we were lucky enough to stay there, which was it was good to see. It was good to see how it all worked and everything like that. The competition itself was a really cool area. It was in a lecture theatre, so we were low, and then obviously the seats are facing down.
That's very
so
cool.
my session, the 81s, was packed, like full house basically. It was like one of the busiest sessions of the competition. So you walk out on stage and then there's like a whole bunch of people. It's like, a little bit nervous, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. I had a great lead up in terms of training. Put in 6 weeks of hard like competition lead up, which is I did a lot of squatting. I did a lot of lifting. It was a lot of work, but the lead up to it, the last 4 kind of days out, 2 days before the competition is like you do a really light session and you're basically just waiting. I mean, we were all there. The competition was Friday and Saturday, so it was all just waiting around, just waiting for the competition, just getting yourself ready, doing a little bit of mobility, a little bit of stretching here and there, and then comp day comes, and for weightlifting you weigh in 2 hours before. So weigh-in for me was 2 o'clock, I think. So you're not eating too much through the day. We obviously have to make weight. And then from weigh-in, eating as much as you can, enough to feel good, not to be over full. And then warm-ups and competition time is business time. So once you go backstage, once you put the weightlifting suit on, it's like, all right, there's the switch. Like for me personally, like once I do my wrist wraps and my thumb tape, like that's the switch. This is business time now. The competition itself was really good. I came tie 4th overall, I think. So I was pretty happy with that. last year was my first nationals, and I think I came maybe 7th or 8th. As soon as I finished, I was like, all right, I want top 5 next year.
Okay.
Top 5, that's the goal. So we made that.
Here
So
you
next
go.
year,
Nice
next
work.
year is like, all right, podium next year. So that's the goal. Yeah, I was pretty happy with my lifts. I had a chance at possibly going third if I made my last clean and jerk. It would have been a competition PB, a big competition PB for me, and a Thai PB outside of the competition. So it was a decent amount of weight, but I missed it. But
You gave it a go there,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, that is why we compete. My coach backstage asked me, do you want to go for it? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? He's like, this is the whole reason we compete, to have chances at this moment right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you make this lift, you're going to go to the podium.
Yeah.
If you don't, I mean, you don't, but this is why we compete. We don't just compete just to hit some lifts and have a little bit of fun. It's business. Like,
And what was going through your mind? So you've got to that point. You're in a position. You're in the 4th position. You've got the chance of 3rd. You've got the lift ahead of you.
Yeah.
You've not done it in comp before.
Yeah.
Big jump in weights.
Yes.
What's going through your head when you're about to walk out onto the floor?
a little bit of nerves, not going to lie. Of course you're going to get nervous. Just adrenaline, like trying to control all of your emotions. Forget about what's on the bar, the weight-wise, because that will start playing in your head straight away. If you think about, I have to hit this kind of weight, that's a really big weight, like that's going to put doubt in there. Forget about that. Let the adrenaline and the nerves just embrace it really, and use that energy, use the adrenaline to go. Like, again, my coach is really good at hyping you up. So just backstage you could feel the energy just starting to lift as you're getting closer to your lift, and then we go on stage and you just give it everything. You use it all, and it was really good. It was really good.
And did you walk away happy with your lift?
Yes, I was very happy. I hit some weights I haven't touched in a while in terms of weight-wise. The last snatch I missed would have been a comp PB again, and then the last clean and jerk I missed would have been a massive comp PB. So can't really ask for much more than that. I made 2 good lifts, and then I missed my last ones. But you should be pushing. I think if you're in a competition, especially at national championships, you should be pushing the envelope a little bit.
Absolutely.
You have to try things, I think. So I was very happy. I was very happy with the lead up. Very happy with the competition itself.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. It was a success, I think. Yeah.
And, one last question on that, Chris. What's the lead up in terms of how many weeks or months are you training for that sort of competition for?
So my program is 5 days a week. The last comp I had before that was probably about 8 weeks out. So I had that. I had a week off of just relax, maybe a couple of power snatches, a power clean, maybe a couple of squats, just to keep the body moving, because I know after that week, it's hard training. So I did 3 weeks of a lot of front squatting, for me personally, just to get a little bit stronger. And then from there, it switched into more lifting. So more lift focus, a lot of snatching, a lot of clean and jerks, not as much squatting. They were very hard sessions, but it obviously worked because I was the most confident I've been walking into a competition. Normally I used to do it, I used to get a few nerves. I was just very confident, very happy with my mindset at the time and lifting wise. So it obviously worked. It went well.
Yeah, it obviously works. So great result. Well done.
Thank you.
Must feel good.
And what's next? Where's because you're a planner.
Yep.
And you like to know exactly where you're going. So are you nationals next year? Is that the plan?
That's the next goal.
Yes.
Well, next big goal.
Yes.
So now I've had the week off.
Yes.
Just relaxing, doing nothing. I didn't touch a bar last week, I don't think, which was perfect. Day 1 of training yesterday, so I'm a little bit sore. But yeah, so we're trying to get into more of a strength block now, just to build some strength back up. Not really worrying about the lifts too much. Nationals next year will be towards the end of the year again. I think I'm going to drop a couple of comps out, so I'm not doing as much, so I can get bigger training blocks in. So you think about competition. Yes, it's only 6 lifts on the day, but the week before is a taper. And then the weeks before that are more focused towards a competition. The week after that is a week off. So you're missing a month of training, the way it kind of works out. what we want to do is we want to build a little bit more of a base, a little bit more foundation stuff. So we're not really worrying about the smaller comps. Like we'll go for states next year, we'll go for maybe another qualifying one, and then we'll go for nationals, and then that'll be the 3 main ones. Anything around that is, I mean, if we need to, if we want to, then yes. We're not really focused on that too much as well. And of course, the Open next year as well. That's always in the middle of it.
You got to do it.
It's hard
right?
to balance it all. Yeah.
Interesting. So, those people tuning in, there's a lot of people who admire what you do and how you do it. Take us back to the coaching. The coaching style, you've been coaching now for a few years, and you meet beginners every day, every week, who walk into the box and they say, like, I've never done this before. And if I said, what are the top 3 tips that you could give a brand new person coming into CrossFit? They see what you do, and that's the end result. But walk us through that nervous person who's just been sent by their doctor, or someone said, go to the gym, get in shape. What process do you go through to make them feel comfortable?
Just going slow, just being patient and taking your time is the main thing. Again, you see the more advanced athletes stringing butterfly pull-ups or throwing a lot of heavier weight around. I want to do that, yes, but they've done years of training before that. I mean, just really slowing things down is the main thing. And focusing on technique. You get a lot of the guys that come in when they're squatting and then, their ego starts to kick in a little bit. Just try and put that aside for now. Focus on the technique because, I mean, yes, CrossFit is very competitive and everybody loves to lift really heavy, but the main thing about CrossFit is it's for your lifestyle. It's for health, health and fitness. So there's no point smashing through 6 months of hard training as a beginner when a year down the track you're going to get injured because you didn't focus on the technique, especially when it comes to the barbell kind of stuff. So just slowing things down, working the technique a lot more. And the main thing, like why we do CrossFit is for fun. Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
If you put too much pressure on yourself, you're not enjoying it. What's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the main thing. Some people get sidetracked a lot with that. I think I have to do this weight. I have to get this time. I have to be this. I have to be that. Just enjoy it. Like, who cares if you're 10 seconds slower in a workout or you miss 1 rep or this or that? Just enjoy being in the gym with friends and getting fit because that's the main goal, basically.
Yeah, totally, 100%. And do you reckon that people can do CrossFit for life? Is it the sort of sport that you can keep going at?
Yeah.
Or is it a young man's game?
No, I think anybody can do it. Anybody can do CrossFit. I mean, it doesn't matter what fitness level you're at. It doesn't matter what age you're at. Anybody can do CrossFit. I mean, that is the whole point of CrossFit. Everything is scalable. We can do it. If you can't do a pull-up or a muscle-up, we'll do a ring row. We'll do the basic just standing up on a chair, standing up and down off a chair. I mean, anything can be scaled and we can work anything. I mean, we have such a different base in the gym in terms of clientele where like box jumps could be people doing box jumps, sweet. People doing jumps off a couple of plates, people stepping up onto 1 plate. Any level works, especially with the barbell as well. It's just, I think you can train for life, basically.
And it seems that the boxers have this real community feel where it's really comfortable to have someone next to you on a low stepping, and then someone on the other side of you doing incredible jumps and steps. Everyone's very comfortable working at everyone's own level, and no one judges.
Yes,
and they're very supportive.
That's the main
thing.
It's
a really lovely feel.
You really want to build a community. Like that's the main thing. Build a family, like friends, family. That is the main thing. Everybody is encouraging everybody. Not the guy that's leading the competition is like, like the chest is up. And no, he's the one that's cheering on the person that's struggling a little bit as well. And that's the thing. That's what we want. We want everybody to be at their own level. Don't worry about what they're doing. Worry about what you're doing. That's the main thing. We're all going to get the same outcome. We're all going to work hard. We're all going to be tired. We're all going to sweat. We're all going to high five and laugh after the workout.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing. So everybody pushing and working together is the best bit about it, I think. Yeah.
I think it totally is. I think if you haven't tried CrossFit, go and experience it because that community feel, like I said, everybody encouraging you to be just a bit better than you are today, to be a better version of yourself, to be the best version of yourself. That's an awesome feeling. Once you've had that, once you've had that little taste, you never want to leave it, right? Because it's just like a big extended family.
That's the thing. Go in, try it, have some fun. and yeah, just be patient with it and just enjoy it.
And be prepared to laugh at yourself, right?
Exactly. Everybody's going to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going to make mistakes. We do all the time. You just might not see it as much as
So it's been fascinating finding out a bit more about Chris the man,
Yep.
rather than Chris the coach who puts us in the pain cave
Yeah,
every time we pop in. So thank you for being so honest and sharing your time. That's really great.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the Peaks Life.
Indeed. So tune in next time. We've got lots more coming. And thanks again, Chris.
No
Love
problem.
chatting.
No problem. Thank you.